A security guard working Sunday night says people started running for the doors as soon as the confetti cannon went off, possibly confusing that noise for gunshots. As 13 WAM's Jackie Napier reports, his daughter was one of the people trampled in that crowd surge. Jackie?
That's right, Carla. Alexis Rouse is out of the hospital and home, recovering from her injuries. She was admitted Sunday night after falling to the ground when the crowd after a concert at the Armory surged. Her father, Anthony Rouse, has worked in security for over 30 years and says he had multiple concerns going into Sunday night. Anthony Rouse says he's worked security at multiple Main Street Armory concerts. At first, he didn't plan to assist with the Glorilla and Finesse 2x concert Sunday night. But he changed his mind when he heard his daughter Alexis would be in attendance. Prior to the start of the show, Rouse says he approached one of the men in charge of security to outline some concerns.
I told him, I don't feel that this is right. I told him, I don't feel that this is safe.
Rouse says he believes there was not an adequate number of security guards for a crowd that size. He also says there were no metal detectors for people to walk through before coming into the Armory. When the show ended, Rouse was just moments away from posting a Facebook status commending the crowd's behavior. Just before he hit send, he says he heard a line of confetti cannons go off, 2 to 3 minutes after the stage was cleared.
And it goes pop, 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 and the confetti started coming down. And everybody started running toward the door because everybody think the gunshots or the sound of gunshots came from the door. It did not. It came from where I was by the stage.
Amid the chaos, Rouse says his daughter ended up on the ground as people were running.
She said, Dad, the only breeze I felt is when the police and the paramedics started coming in.
Rouse says he's grateful, but knows other families now are grieving.
I should have been at that door. It's fortunate that my child is alive, but other people lost theirs. If I had lost mine, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself for not being at that door. It didn't have to happen. You know, and we always say that in hindsight, but it really didn't have to happen.
Police are asking anyone with video, pictures, or anything else that can help with the investigation to call 911.
Stories as we come on the air tonight. First, new developments in the aftermath of a deadly crowd surge at the Main Street Armory. The venue has been shut down for now by the city.
This is not the end of the investigation of the Rochester Police Department's response. It is one step we can immediately take to ensure that the events of Sunday night are not repeated.
Good evening, I'm Carla Rogner in for Dawn tonight. That announcement from Rochester Police Chief David Smith coming down late this afternoon at the Public Safety Building. That's where we find Chase Howell with more tonight. Chase?
Yeah, Carla, Chief Smith has now denied the Armory's entertainment license application after the owner declined to meet with him in the city today. 2 women are now dead from their injuries and several others were hurt after either voluntarily pausing entertainment events at the venue pending the outcome of the investigation. Happened. Now police say the Armory cannot hold any public entertainment like concerts, amplified music, athletic events, or games. Chief Smith said this isn't an end-all be-all for the Armory and the future is in the owner's hands.
Although we like to work in partnership with people always, and seek voluntary cooperation. Either way, in the interest of public safety, we could not allow events to continue at that venue until a thorough and complete investigation is done and recommendations made for future events.
Brandy Miller, Rondija Belton, and all the victims of that night deserve our complete and careful commitment. As the investigation is in progress, we are limited in what we can say.
Chief Smith didn't share a timeline as to when we could see this investigated complete as to the severity of this case.
And we do have breaking news, an update on Sunday's deadly stampede at the Main Street Armory. A third victim has died from her injuries. Police say it is with great sadness that the last remaining hospitalized victim, 35-year-old Ashai Stevens of Syracuse, passed away last night. The investigation into this incident does continue.